Hey guys, welcome to another lesson on pre-market preparation. This is lesson number 3. In case you missed the first two, go ahead and check them out. We covered on how to analyze the right way the market before you start trading, and obviously scanners, how to use them and how to create your own scanner. So in this lesson, we will cover the main topic, how to find the right stock. Let's dive right to it. So like always, market preparation is the key, guys, in order to succeed in trading. If you will come to the desk at 9:30 Eastern time when the market bell will ring and you won't prepare yourself the right way, you will probably end up with a losing result. So basically give yourself enough time, an hour, 2 hours, even before trading start, just to prepare yourself to find those stocks, to analyze the market correctly, to understand the sentiment and the news that move in the market, and only from that point go ahead, select specific stocks to trade on any particular day. So like always, in case you didn't like and subscribe yet, go ahead and do that so you can stay up to date, and it will especially help us with the Google Analytics and all of that things behind the scenes. So please do that. Leave a comment if you have any questions as well. Let's start. So on our previous lesson, we covered the scanners and how to use them exactly. So in order to find those stocks, I need to go to the scanner, either pre-market, movers, gainer, loser, depends on the platform that you're using, and just find those stocks that have a lot of volume and also a nice momentum move either to the up or the downside. So I'm going to my pre-market movers, and as you can see, the first one popping right here is PHIO, $2 stock. Usually I don't trade those stocks. 47-cent move with a 7 million shares switching hands between buyers to seller, basically the volume. So I will skip this one. Also, this one, I'm not looking for those tiny little stocks, just not my type. I'm not saying it's not okay to trade them, but this is not the way I trade. And I'm looking for the ones with a little bit more, price here. So NEO is definitely one, trading at 20, opening almost $2 below and almost 5 million shares. Right now at pre-market, we got about 15 minutes to the trading session. So definitely NEO could be one for me. I'm just taking this symbol, and I have another window right here, and I will type in NEO, and it will be one of the stocks that I will follow. Obviously, I still need to look at the news, and we will talk about it in a second, and also analyze the stock. We will cover that in the next video. But this is the first thing that I do. Just type in NEO. I'm looking at the 1 minute chart with pre-market and 1 minute chart without the pre-market. So I got another window right here, and we will add 3 more stocks to this window that we just saw. So Twitter is dropping 76 cents, 4 million share, 4.7. But I'm looking for the big ones. Look at T. AT&T, the mobile company, so $5 below and 4 million shares, looking pretty good. So I'm just placing it on my other screen with a 1 minute chart with pre-market and without. Let's look at the SAIL, SAIL, opening $14 and almost 2 million shares. So this one is also great, at least for now. And I can take maybe a few of those as well, but I'm looking at NVIDIA dropping $9 with 1 million shares, and I like to trade NVIDIA, so definitely put it on my screen as well. So basically I got 4 stocks that I'm watching right now: NEO, T, SAIL and NVIDIA. But the second part that I need to do is basically go to the news and cover those stocks, understand if those stocks are actually right for me. So let's take NVIDIA for example. And what I'm watching right now is the news, and I'm looking for a specific catalyst that will move that stock. Why basically the sentiment is negative, why Nvidia is dropping about $9-10. So I want to see if this is a specific news for that stock, or it's because the market is dropping. The S&P right now is something closer to a 1% drop, but I want to see if this is something that basically coming from the news on Nvidia specifically. So as you can see, Braid downgrades Nvidia to natural from outperform. So this is something that I'm really interested in. Now I can understand why the sentiment is negative and why the price is dropping. So let's see if there is other news besides that. Okay, yeah, so that's about it. Dropping under downgrade. This is great news, not for the company, but for us as day traders, where we're looking to trade volatile stocks when we actually want volume coming with a strong momentum move. And this news like downgrade will definitely push the stock either up or down. Just because the price is dropping down about $10 right now, it doesn't mean that I won't go long maybe in the middle of the day. But this is definitely some stock that I wanna watch today. So NVDA definitely. Let's go to NIO, the electric car company. Let's see what is the catalyst that's moving the stock down right now. Okay, so you can see first China vehicle sales fell by 11% on March versus a rise at 18 on February. So this is definitely a strong momentum move to the downside. So this is definitely the news that dropped in NIO. And also Tesla is taking 8% of the volume. It's also something that when analysts seeing that or investors seeing that, they say, okay, I can put my money in Tesla and know that it will continue to rise instead of trying my luck on NIO or XPEV and something like that. So NIO also dropping down nicely. So this is great. We have volume, we have momentum move, and the news that pushing the price up or down, basically creating this liquidity time for it. Let's look at SAIL. Not something that usually I will trade because I don't see a lot of volume on the daily chart. Something around 1 million, even less than that. But let's see what's going on with SAIL. So I'm looking at the news. Okay, so it looks like Thoma Bravo to buy SailPoint Technology. So basically this is an acquisition. So in this case, it won't matter and won't be the right stock to trade. If it was like a rumor of merging between companies, it will be great. But when we already know of this buyout and we know the prices, then usually the stock won't move a lot from the agreed price. So SAIL won't be interesting for us to trade. And let's look at AT&T dropping also nicely. And here you can see Deutsche Bank adjusted the AT&T price target. This is great for us at least. And yeah, JP Morgan also overweight. So this is pretty nice and also a great catalyst to move the stock, bring in a lot of investors either selling because the numbers are not right, or either because the traders want to just play with, speculate and play with the bid and the ask. So in this case, T could also be interesting for us to trade. So I will continue to look for another stock instead of the one that we found, the SAIL. Let's see if the scanner brings something else. And again, I'm looking at volume, price, and the mark change. I want to see the momentum coming in. I don't want to look at stocks that are moving 50 cents. I want stocks that are moving $1, $2, $5 and above. And I want to see a volume that actually increasing probably more than at least half of 1,000,000 shares. So anything above that will be great at pre-market, when we are like 10 minutes before the opening bell. Okay, we can also look at AMD. Yeah, we can also look at AMD and see if anything pop up from there. Okay, nothing major specifically in AMD, but the price of the market is dropping, so AMD is doing the same. But we can definitely watch it, and maybe one of the important things that we see right now, let's say AMD for example, there are times when the market is volatile, then the market, let's say, starting and dropping down or moving in a strong momentum move to the upside. Those times, those days, you actually want to focus on trading on market stocks. For example, Nvidia and AMD, Intel, Apple, Netflix, PayPal at the time at least, Facebook again at the time. So those kind of stocks will move with the market. So if you know how to analyze the market, and we learned that in the first lesson, and focus on those stocks, the market stocks. But in case the market is moving sideways, or just don't have enough power to go super high or low, you can focus on specific stocks such as those that we found today, like NEO and T, and also Nvidia today that was downgraded. So make sure before you start trading to understand the market first, and from that point go and find the right stock. So on our next lesson, we will cover the analysis that we need to do for each individual stock that we picked from the scanner. And that way we will basically create or draw some scenarios to understand what we want to do with that stock. So if it will break through a certain level, we will go long, or break to a certain support level, we will go short, etc. So I hope you guys like this video. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment. If you have any questions, feel free to send us, and I will see you next time. Bye, take care.